All right, guys, welcome back to the Casuals presented by MF Media. So obviously, new look. We're gonna try something different. Kind
New
of makes
look.
it look like
I love it.
me and Carson are making eye contact here,
I
which
think it's electric.
we're missing. We're missing that live show coming up soon, though. Couple more
How
weeks.
soon? How soon?
Thanksgiving break.
Okay. All
Go a
right.
little Wednesday show leading in Bears Lions on Thanksgiving.
Wait, we play the Bears?
Yeah.
Oh, it's awesome. Can't wait to be 0 and 12 by that time.
Yeah,
Oh,
that'll be game number 12 for you guys. We'll get into that. We'll get into that.
all right.
So obviously we're gonna cover NCAA football real quick, college football. Touch base on some of the bigger games that happen, touch base on the AP poll. Then we're gonna move into the NFL. And then that'll be it. We got a couple questions at the end, but we'll cover it when we get there. So let's start off with college football. I debated wearing a Devils shirt just because baseball season's over for me. I got the World Series playing behind me. Football season, I might as well just cash that one in. And now college football is done. I'm done. But we'll get there in a second. I've also realized that like when I make predictions, they just don't come true.
No, you're one of the
So
worst. One of the
I'm
worst.
I'm struggling right now to get the groove here.
Hence the records in our pick'em.
Okay, calm down with the pickums, dude. I think I caught you a little bit this week. I think I outperformed you this week.
We'll see.
We'll go back and look at the tape, but I'm about 90% sure I outperformed you.
Okay.
Okay. Oklahoma, Kansas was the first big game. Look, Cincinnati played well, Georgia played well, whatever. Bama, whatever, Ohio State, Michigan, whatever. Number 3, Oklahoma is the outlier right now. They're just not supposed to fucking be here anymore. It was 17-14 going into the fourth quarter. And the team that you would expect to have the lead did not have the fucking lead, Carson.
Didn't
Okay.
CCU beat the Jayhawks earlier in the year?
Yeah. Yeah. Manhandled them too. Manhandled
Yeah.
them. Yeah, they fucking suck. So let's get into it. 17-14 going in the fourth. 28-17. OU scores twice in the first half of the fourth. Kansas comes back 28-23. Score a touchdown, 6 minutes left. And then, Oklahoma ended it. Touchdown on their final drive, about a minute left, 35-23. Game over. So this is kind of like a reverse of some games that we've seen in the NFL where like it's been a blowout the whole time. And then all of a sudden it looks like it's going to end up, when you look at the final score, you're like, oh, that was a close game. But then you look back and you're like, wow, that was a blowout in reality. This is a reverse of that. This was a close game the entire way, but the final score makes you go, man, OU just handled business. Oklahoma just handled it. It's like, no, they fucking didn't. They fucking didn't. Okay.
How passionate you get.
Here's what I put. Kansas just shouldn't be hanging around like this with the number 3 team in the country. It's not a rivalry.
No, I mean
There was
right.
no big home crowd because they were literally begging students to come out. They emailed the entire student body. They emailed the entire student body at halftime and said, hey, we're winning right now against the number 3 team in the country. Please come out to our football game.
Wow.
They
Wait,
emailed the student body.
that's funny.
Like,
That's pretty funny.
look at every other team in the top 10. I'm about to get into it. Look at any other team that had no kind of like a game like this. Like this is supposed to be this you put on the schedule as a cupcake. Yeah, Kansas is Power 5, but they're a cupcake game. They're terrible.
They
They've
are
been
terrible.
terrible. They won their first game in like 5 years or in like 2 years or something. 2 weeks ago or 3 weeks ago. Like, what the fuck? This is the second time this has happened too. This is the second time. That's my issue.
So you don't
This is
like
the
where
second
Oklahoma's at in
No.
there in the poll?
No. Which, I mean, we'll get it. I think they dropped to 4, but like still. We'll get, it's just they're undefeated, but they're also dog shit.
Fair.
Like, I can't wait to watch them get bodied by a real team one day. Speaking of Oklahoma, the state of Oklahoma did pretty shitty this weekend. Oklahoma State, who I said was my sneaky pick to make the playoff because they had a relatively easy schedule. One more big game, I'm pretty sure, coming up. And they were playing pretty good football up until this past Saturday. They played Iowa State. They went to Iowa State, okay? They struck first. Nice little touchdown in the first quarter, 7-0. Then they go miss a field goal in the second quarter. Still 7-0. Iowa State answers back on the following drive of the missed field goal. Miss a field goal, Iowa State comes back, scores a touchdown, 7-7. Oklahoma State scores again at the end of the second quarter, 14-7 going into the half. Iowa State comes in, first drive of the half, scores a touchdown, 14-14. Oklahoma State misses another field goal on the following possession. 14-14 game. Team just scored. You can answer back with a field goal, kind of kill the momentum a little bit, take the lead again, missed field goal. So Iowa State turns around, takes good field position, gives themselves a field goal. Now they got a 17-14 lead. Oklahoma State scores a touchdown with 8:46 left in the game. 21-17, 8:46 left. Iowa State answers back next drive. 5:29 left on the clock. It's 24-21, Iowa State. They go punt. Oklahoma State gets it back. This is the final drive. Oklahoma State turns it over on downs. 4th and 2. Just over a minute left.
There goes your sneaky pick, man.
Yeah, I mean, my sneaky pick is just in the shitter. So there's that. So, tough. Tough for Oklahoma State. Iowa State's
Good game,
football
though.
team. Yeah, good game. Good little battle.
Really
Speaking
good
of
game.
good games, but also very weird games. Let's talk about number 16, Wake Forest. Going to West Point.
Undefeated Wake Forest, right?
Undefeated Wake Forest. Walked into West Point. Let's talk about some things in this game real quick. There was one drive that resulted in a punt. One drive that resulted in a turnover on downs. One interception, which was a pick six. One fumble that was recovered by the other team. And then Army kneeled to end the first half. Okay. Army got the ball back with like 10 seconds left, kneeled down, go to the halftime. 5 drives that did not end in scoring. Well, 4 drives that did not end in scoring. Let's keep that in mind. The score was 70-56. Wake Forest. Wake Forest had 458 passing yards, 180 on the ground. 5 TDs through the air, 4 on the ground. And then a pick six. 10 touchdowns.
It's electric.
Yeah. They ran 29 passing plays, completing 23, having 23 receptions total. They had 23 carries. They ran, if I'm doing my math right, 52 plays.
We'll get to that in a second. We'll get that to 23 completions for 458.
Yeah.
What?
We'll get to how that happened in just a second. Let's cover Army real quick because Army's is even better. Army stat line's even better.
Classic Army stat line.
179 passing yards. They had 10 total. They were 10 for 13 in the air, which is still great. 10 completions for 179. Maybe you should throw the ball more. But you don't have to throw the ball more. They had 416 rushing yards, including the kneel down. So they really had 418 rushing yards.
Classic Army fashion right there.
They had 3 touchdowns in the air on 179 yards. They had 5 rushing touchdowns on 416.
That's good football.
It gets better. It gets better. It gets better. They ran 13 passing plays, right? All of their running backs and their quarterback too had 70 total carries. They ran. So let's just cover that before we get into what I'm about to say.
Yeah.
They ran 83 plays, 70 of which were on the ground. Wake Forest ran 52. Okay. Wake Forest had the ball for 17 minutes and 17 seconds in a 60-minute football game.
Averaging over or around 5.5 yards per carry.
Oh, yeah. They were like 5.6, I'm pretty sure.
That's electric.
It was insane. But yeah, Wake Forest had possession of the ball for 17 minutes and 17 seconds.
Now was Army down like toward the end of the game? Like big? Did most of their passing plays come?
Ooh, I didn't look at that.
Because like through 3 quarters, like they could have had 2 completions. You know what I mean?
Honestly, yeah. I wouldn't be surprised. I think they were like kind of sprinkling them in. Because like obviously the rushing game was still doing them good.
Exactly. Wow. That's exciting.
But yeah, dude, 17-17 out of 60 minutes. Army had the ball for 43 minutes. And they got outscored by 24. No. 14. Still, that's crazy.
That is crazy.
Let's talk about some big upsets that happened in week 8 college football. App State beat 14 CCU 30-27. We had talked about that last show.
Mm-hmm.
Miami beat number 18 NC State 31-30. NC State is now out of the top 25. Wisconsin beat number 25 Purdue 30-13.
Manhandled.
Purdue wasn't supposed to be there. They beat Iowa. You get your 1 week.
And then get your 1 week.
Wisconsin set them straight. They're out of the top 25. Now, you would think this is the moment where we get into the AP poll. But you're also thinking, Mike, you're forgetting a game. Okay, you're ignoring because you're grieving. You're right. I was ignoring it. But I also saved it for last because it's just I needed to wait.
Let's hear it, Mike.
Let's talk about this shit show.
Okay? Go for it.
Illinois at number 7, Penn State. First of all, they came to Happy Valley. That's one of my biggest issues here. Penn State strikes with a TD at the end of the first quarter. 7-0. They extend the lead with a field goal early in the second. 10-0. Illinois gets a touchdown at the end of the second quarter. 10-7. So now we're heading in to the half. We're heading in the half. 10-7. Nobody scores until Illinois kicks a field goal with 11 minutes and 49 seconds left in the fourth. Tie it up. 10-10. Nobody scores from here on out until we get to overtime. Now, first of all, how the fuck is that possible? Okay, let's lock it in. Let's just get a little bit of yardage. Let's kick a field goal. It can't be that hard. And this is where it gets fun.
The first overtime.
Teams exchange field goals. 13-13. Second overtime. Teams exchange field goals again. 16-16. The eighth overtime.
How many?
Mind you, the 8th.
Gotcha.
And this isn't the end of the game, by the way.
Nope.
We still got one more.
Nope, not even close. Well, close.
So let's just recap. 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. 5 overtimes where nobody scored, which I believe the third OT was nobody got the field goal. And then the 4th to the 7th is when they start the 2-point conversions, I think.
I don't think it's that late. I think they do it after the second OT.
It's after the second? Okay. That would make sense. So they go from the third OT to the 8th OT.
Yeah.
To the 3rd to the 7th. There was no scoring. And they start with the ball on the fucking 2-yard line.
Yeah.
2 yards. Punch it in. 8th overtime.
You only get one attempt, right?
Yeah, you only get one attempt. It's a 2-point conversion.
Yeah.
Each team was able to convert 2-point conversion in the 8th overtime. 18-18 now at this point. Both teams had dropped passes a couple times. I remember seeing plays, I think like two Illinois and like 3 Penn State plays where like the receivers just had it in their hands and dropped it. And it's like, this could have been over so much earlier. 9th overtime, finally, Penn State, unsuccessful. Illinois turns around, completes a pass, and walks it off.
Tough, dude. Heartbreaker.
Yep.
Heartbreaker.
Yeah. I'm done watching college football. So
yeah.
These reviews are in your hands now. Let's cover the AP poll real quick. Number 1, Georgia. Number 2, Cincinnati. Number 3, Alabama. Number 4, Oklahoma. Number 5, Ohio State. Number 6, Michigan. Number 7, Oregon. Number 8, Michigan State. Number 9, Iowa. Number 10, Ole Miss. Let's talk about it. Georgia, duh. Cincinnati, I'll give them credit. They get a duh from me. Alabama, I'm done bashing Alabama.
Yeah, let's stop the bashment.
Yeah, it was fun. It was fun while it lasted because my team, the team that I support, was still in it and still had a shot. And I was pissed that they weren't being given their fair shot.
Nice.
Turns out they weren't legit. They fucking suck. Number 4, Oklahoma. See, I'm done bashing Alabama. I'm going to continue bashing these fuckers. Okay? I'm not done with you, Oklahoma. I'm not done. Because this is bullshit. This is bullshit.
You got
Ohio State. I hate them. I hate Ohio State with a burning passion. But with all due respect, they should be given the number 4 ranking.
I agree.
Michigan, I'm still not sold on Michigan. I think 6 is where they should be. Shit's about to get real in the Big Ten. Michigan State this upcoming week. Big game.
That's a huge game.
Huge game. It's at the Big House, I'm pretty sure, too. So go ahead and put, I would say Michigan's going to win that.
I bet you my family goes. Because they've already been. They've been to a couple game this year.
Yeah, you got to go to that one. Oregon at 7. All right, whatever. Michigan State at 8. Same thing as Michigan. I said I'm not sold, but shit's about to get real in the Big Ten. So let's see how this plays out. Iowa at 9. Ole Miss is at 10. Ole Miss's loss is to oh yeah, that's right. Fucking Alabama. Ole Miss.
So you don't like them there at 10?
Iowa and Ole Miss are 1-loss teams each. Iowa's 1 loss is to, let's go check the fucking tapes. Oh yeah, per fucking do. Ole Miss
fucking do.
has a loss to fucking Alabama, the number 3 ranked team in the country, and probably the only ones in this list who can contend with Georgia. If we're being honest here. Like,
who, Bama or Ole Miss?
Bama.
Oh, okay. I thought you.
No. I'm saying Ole Miss has a loss to the only team that can compete.
Right.
Like,
Gotcha.
Again, Iowa lost to Purdue. Why are they ranked higher than Ole Miss? That's my question. Sometimes I want to see SEC bias because they deserve it.
Yeah, I can't answer that for you, buddy. I'm sorry.
But it's 9 and 10. Who cares? Big changes. Let's finish up college review. 8 Oklahoma State falls to 15 now. 7 Penn State falls to 20. 14 CCU falls to 24. Iowa State enters top 25 at 22. BYU enters at 25. Arkansas, Florida, and NC State are all out but received votes.
Bye-bye.
Yep.
It's exciting stuff.
Exciting week in college football, for being honest. There was a couple good games. So
Now, who do you have? Who do you think's going to the playoff? Like as of now?
Right now,
Yeah. If you had to pick four right now,
Ohio State will probably win the Big Ten, if I'm being
I
completely
got
honest.
I got them too.
Georgia definitely.
Yep.
I don't see Cincinnati losing a game. Like I just don't see a spot on Cincinnati's schedule where they'll lose. So I could definitely see them coming in. And then I think
Come on.
Oklahoma has to win out for them to get four, but I think Alabama gets four.
Yeah, I got Alabama, Georgia, Ohio State, and I got the big blue Michigan sneaking up there in four. I
I
got
don't
faith.
see that happening just because Ohio State's going to beat Michigan.
You don't know that. Let's be real.
Okay. Okay. When was the last time Michigan beat Ohio State?
Yeah, Mike.
Was that
Let me just
6
tell
years
you
ago?
right now. But I don't know.
Yeah. It was like six
Just
years ago.
saying. I got a little blue in my blood. I'm a
I
Gamecock, but I got a
understand.
little blue
I
in my blood.
understand. I'm not disrespecting the fact that you have a little bit of blue in your blood. I'm just letting you know that Michigan is going to lose to Ohio State and at the end of the day, not make it. So
All right.
we'll see. We'll
I'm
see.
not going to disagree with your take, but are your takes
We'll
ever
see.
good?
Wow. That hurt my feelings. All right. All right. Let's go ahead and get into NFL review.
Let's do it.
Let's start with our teams like we usually do. I'll start with the Bears. Fields is a rookie. Let's all remember. Okay.
Pretty
All right,
shitty one.
cool. So the Bears are done. Um, I honestly feel like if you get him some protection and give him some tools, he's been sacked 20 times in his rookie season.
Out
That's
of
rough.
how many starts?
Oh, that's true. Like he doesn't even have all. He hasn't even started every game.
No,
That's a even bigger problem.
that is a big problem.
Yeah.
But the
if you
ground
give him-
game, the run blocking seems to be just fine.
the run blocking's perfect. Apparently,
Pass protection seems to be or maybe he's just holding the ball too long, dude.
my thing is, dude,
You tell me.
I'm watching these games and I'm seeing him like he looks like he's just holding the ball forever. And it's almost like he's made really good throws throughout the year. There's been some moments where you're like, holy shit. There's no way you just made that throw. Just right in the breadbasket, inside coverage, like stuff like that. So I almost want to blame receivers.
What has A-Rod
Maybe?
done? Nothing.
I mean, this week, nothing.
no, this
Mooney
whole
has
year,
been,
nothing.
yeah, Mooney's been like,
Mooney's
don't
been
know,
your
man.
best receiver. A-Rod's
Yeah,
done nothing.
but that's not saying much.
It's not.
I think I was listening to part of my take. I think he said that the Bears haven't had a game over 200 passing yards yet.
No way.
Yeah. Or I think we've had one game over 200. Something like that. Like it's crazy.
Yeah, that's not good, dude.
Yeah. So I mean, like there's some like I see some confidence in Fields, but it's lacking right now.
Nick Foles.
Dude, go fuck yourself.
Nick Foles.
One thing I will say, Herbert Khalil Herbert is fucking legit.
He's good.
18
I didn't
touches,
wanna
100
say it
yards
off his
against one of the
first
best
game,
run
but
defenses in the league.
Yeah, he's good. I like him.
And here's where I'll end the Bears. It's going to be a season of up and downs. You're going to see me next week probably come in and say Fields is disgusting and Fields is the truth and Fields is the answer. And I'll probably be wrong and I'll be proven wrong the following week. And it's going to go back and forth. But that's the life of a Bears fan right now because we have a quarterback who could be legit and is showing signs, but then does dog shit like this. So we'll see. Let's move on to your Lions, though.
He's still got to develop.
Yeah.
Dude, the Lions played the Rams. We all know how this game's gonna go. But we get the ball first, Mike. We score a touchdown in I think like 3 minutes. There's still 12 remaining. Out the gate, MCDC says, we're onside kicking this bitch. We recover. Then we go down and kick a field goal. So it's 10-0 off rip. And I think the Rams, they kicked a field goal, something like that. And then we get the ball back and it's 3-and-out. Fake punt. Get it. Go back down, kick another field goal. So it's like 13-3 at this point. And I'm like looking at, I was hanging out with, Nolan and AJ. I'm like, is this happening right now? No, it's not happening. Goff still sucks. He's still really bad. And it was only a matter. Yeah, it was only a matter of time before Stafford started cooking, and he did. He kept throwing it to Cup, like always. I think Cup had 162 touchdowns. Like again, it's like his third 150 touchdown game of the year or something like that.
Insanity.
It's just dumb. And DeAndre Swift seems like the only one out there even trying to win. He's still consistently really good at running.
I love that, man.
And catching the football out of the backfield.
I love him so much.
Yeah, I mean, the game actually ended up going down to the wire, believe it or not, for the most part. But like I said, Stafford, he cooked 330, 3 touchdowns. He didn't make any mistakes.
Yeah.
And we got beat. So that's 0-7 now. So how many more games to go? Let's keep it going, dude.
10 more.
I'm all for it.
10 more.
Keep the tank. You know what? Jared Goff is a tank commander under center. He is good at that shit. He is good at tanking. And that takes talent. So
I love it.
That's my Lions take for the week. We'll see you next week, guys.
Yep. Same exact shit next week. I'm looking forward to it.
Same shit, different toilet.
Let's talk about the big / close or whatever you want to fucking call it. There was one good game. There was 2 fucking boring.
Buddy is tired, huh?
I'm yawning even talking about it. Broncos at the Browns was just dog shit.
We said it was going to be a very, very boring game coming into the week.
I mean, it was going to be. I think it's going to go down as the worst Thursday night game of the year, probably.
Dude, are you kidding me? Look at the score. I enjoyed watching it at work. I mean, I had nothing else to do, but
I mean, yeah, it's football. So, like, I'm just saying, if you're looking at the other Thursday night games, we'll see how those go.
Well, yeah.
So 17-14 final score. It was competitive, but it was boring. 10-0 into the first. No scoring until the third quarter. 10-0 Cleveland. 10-7 after a Broncos touchdown. 17-7, Cleveland scores again. That's the end of the third. 17-14 final after a touchdown with about 5 minutes left.
Yeah,
from the Broncos.
that was Melvin Gordon when he extended over the pylon.
But obviously they just couldn't get anything going on it. Probably that one final drive they got, maybe 2 final drives. I mean, it's tough.
Yeah, they couldn't really get anything going at all.
The one highlight of this game, and it's sad to see him go back to the bench. Not the bench, but pretty much lessen role. Dearness Johnson. Okay.
Dude.
22 carries, 146 yards, and a tutty. And Nick Chubb's back next week. So it was fun while it lasted.
Dude, if you just watched that game, I watched it in completion. And I'm not, a Browns fan, obviously, but I mean, watching him run the ball every single time, like he is good. Like he is legit. And I really hate for him to be the third string back on the Browns, but that's just how it's got to be. But he was running tough, man, making nothing, making something.
Maybe they'll use him in like a Kareem Hunt role until Kareem Hunt gets back.
Yeah,
he's out for what? He's out for like 3 to 6 or something like that.
Probably another 3 weeks, I'd say.
Yeah. So I mean, there's time for him to get some more touches, and then hopefully it does not become a 3-back system, because then every Nick Chubb owner is fucked.
Every Kareem Hunt owner is fucked. I mean, you can't. I mean, I don't see that happening, but if they were to, run a committee like that, it'd be interesting for fantasy.
It'd be tough, yeah. Let's jump over top of this game. Let's go to the Saints and Seahawks. 13-10, snooze fest.
Big snooze fest, man.
DK Metcalf scores an 84-yard touchdown early in the game, and you're like, oh, okay, this might be a little fun one.
Mhm.
No.
No shot.
Back half of the back half of the second quarter, Saints get a touchdown and a field goal, 10-7 Saints. Seattle kicks a field goal at the end of the third, 10-10. And then Saints kick a field goal with 2 minutes left in the game, 13-10. And then Geno Smith is just Geno
Dude,
Smith. If you go to an encyclopedia, you look up unclutch, Geno Smith is gonna have a full page picture. Like that's all it's gonna say.
yeah,
There's no definition. There's no nothing. It just says Geno Smith.
he took what, 2 big sacks on that one possession? 3
Yeah,
maybe?
I mean,
I don't
dude,
even know.
and that's after last week he fumbled the game away.
And I wouldn't even say he played horrible. Definitely not good at all.
No.
But they just
This is
couldn't
what we expect from
establish the
Geno
run.
Smith. But yeah,
They couldn't establish the run against the Saints worth of shit.
is Carson still out? Like, is Chris Carson still out, or is he back?
Dude, I'm gonna tell you this right now. He will be out for the year.
Really?
They're saying his status is undetermined.
Wow.
But dude, it herniated disc in your neck.
Yeah,
That's
man,
like serious
fucked.
shit. That's serious shit. It's like life-threatening shit. So
Yeah. But let's jump into the Falcons and Dolphins, because this was the one game where I'm like, okay, this was fun to watch.
surprising.
Game of the week, easily, in my opinion.
I agree.
So Miami struck first with a touchdown, Tua to Isaiah Ford, 7-0 early. But the Falcons came back, dominated the second quarter. Field goal to open up the second quarter, touchdown about halfway through, field goal to end it with 4 seconds left on the clock, 13-7. For those keeping a tally, Younghoe Koo, 7 points right there.
He was the man of the hour again, dude.
Oh yeah, we love it. We love to see it.
Yeah.
So the Dolphins finally answered back in the third quarter. Or sorry, the Falcons opened up the second half with a touchdown.
Yeah.
So now it's 20-7. Dolphins finally answered back in the third, 20-14. And then the fourth quarter was interesting. You get a touchdown from Atlanta. So now it looks like it's iced. Beginning of the witching hour. Looks like everything's done. Looks like Atlanta's going to run away with it. Miami turns around, back-to-back touchdown drives. 28-27 now.
Tua looked good.
Tua
for once.
is not the problem there. And if they trade for Deshaun Watson, they're so stupid.
Especially because you're taking a risk on Deshaun Watson too.
We'll talk about it a little bit on Wednesday too and get into the
3
Deshaun
first
Watson.
rounders is what they want.
Yeah, fucking right, dude.
So I swear that's what it's going to take.
You're crazy.
Unbelievable.
A name that I have not heard, that not a lot of people have heard in the last couple of years. Matty Ice.
Matty Ice.
The man with ice in his veins. You left him too much time.
A little bit.
A little over 2 minutes. All he's got to do is take the team down, get him in field goal range for Younghoe Koo.
Just a monster.
Fucker banged it.
Miss. He's not going to miss.
It was only like a 35-yarder or something like that. Banged it. 30-28, baby. Falcons come away with a win. Fins still struggling to find the win column in the last couple weeks.
I took the Dolphins, didn't I?
I believe you did. I think I did too. So who knows? We'll find out. Okay. I put this game in too close for comfort, and then I realized that I got duped by the fucking Eagles here. 33-22, Raiders beat the Eagles. I put it in too close for comfort, but I'm realizing, like, after I really looked at it, I was like, wait, the Raiders own this game. And fucking Nick Sirianni and his fucking 2-point conversions with no chance to win the game with like a minute 50 left in the game is just the dumbest shit I've ever seen.
Why?
Because now I'm looking at, you look at the final and you go, 11 points. I mean, the Raiders should have dominated that. Like, should have really ran their shit. But like 15 of their points came in the fourth quarter. It's like, because they were already up 33-10 at that point. It's like, who cares? So, But at the same time, I said it's kind of similar to last week with Tampa Bay. It was like, yeah, it was garbage time TD and everything and a 2-point conversion. But like it's still just like you
There
should
really
beat
has
the
been,
shit. You should
yeah,
beat the shit out of Philly.
that's
All
been
they have is Jalen.
Philly's thing all year. Just garbage time buckets, dude.
Yeah.
That's
And dude, it's weird.
it is.
But as Jalen Hurts owners, we will take it.
You love to see it.
Love to see it. Let's talk about the ass beatings. Because every other game was an ass beating.
Yeah, didn't
I was
expect
gonna
this one.
go when I listed these. I was gonna go in chronological order. You know what happened? You know the 1 o'clock games, the 4 o'clock games, Sunday night game. Instead, I'm gonna start with the Sunday night game because this was like not a. It was like a surprise, but it wasn't really like an ass beating either.
It was.
But I couldn't put it.
Yeah,
I couldn't put it in close games because it wasn't a close game. I couldn't put it in too close for comfort because if anything, this is an upset in my eyes.
it is. I think
The
for
Colts
sure.
beat the 49ers 30-18. It was 12-7 going into the second quarter. Wentz picks up a rushing touchdown in the second, 13-12. Jonathan Taylor picks up a rushing touchdown, 20-12. San Fran answers back with a Deebo Samuel touchdown in the fourth. Failed the 2-point conversion, 20-18. And then the Colts just turn around and were like, oh, okay, cool. Here's a Pittman TD for you with 7 minutes left. Oh, you didn't score on that drive? Cool. Here's a field goal to ice this bitch. 30-18. 250 left, and they just couldn't do anything. Also,
I can't
love a
believe
Pittman
it.
TD, man.
Garoppolo looked like shit.
Is Pittman TD dependent? Yes, but I'm not going to
Yes.
admit it. I'm not going to admit it.
Yeah, Garoppolo stunk. I hate to see it, but
Yeah, it's weird. I'm glad I didn't trade for him.
can't believe it. Niners at home.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's just the rain and shit, and they don't really have a run game. They have Elijah Mitchell, but they don't really have much going on there, so it's kind of tough.
But they have a good O line, a good running O line.
Yeah, I mean, and it's weird too because like Elijah Mitchell's good. He's proven that he's good.
Mhm.
So it's kind of weird they just didn't feed the beast the whole night. Washington football team at the Packers. This was another one where I was like, I expected this, but it also wasn't really like a blowout. The Packers owned this game the entire time.
Yeah.
But there was never a point where I was like, oh, this is a fucking murder. So 24-10 Packers. The first quarter was cool. 7-7 coming out of the first quarter. Redskins looked like they might have a shot.
Redskins.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah.
Washington football team looked like they had a shot. Dude, I typed this up like right after a midterm, and my brain was just shot. So
Football team, dude. Can't say
I was
Redskins.
like, I would like to apologize to any audience members and just make it clear that that was not my intent. I just brain dead. Just went Washington.
Happens.
So the Washington
happen to
football
me,
team looked like they had a shot. And then Aaron Rodgers just dominated the next 3 quarters. Two more touchdowns to go with one in the first, and they picked up a field goal in the fourth, just 24-10. I mean, the Washington, dude, get it off my screen. Get it out of the dock.
The football team. Everyone,
It's in the dock.
It takes a minute to get used to sometimes.
It's in the dock, so I'm like reading the dock.
Come on, man.
Sorry, dude.
Football team.
How about
WFT.
how about you fucking proofread one time?
Dude, you have no idea how much I proofread. I had
Fucking
to change.
Clearly.
I had to change one to Oklahoma State because you said Oklahoma slipped to 15. That just wasn't the case. Can't remember what else I did, but I did miss that one. That's my bad.
I mean, just help me out a little bit.
I missed that one, dude.
I'm getting
I missed
bullied
that
by
one.
you. You're capitalizing off of it. You left it there on purpose.
It's electric.
Fuck you. Panthers or Giants?
Oh, just a fucking shit fest.
Yeah, I mean, 25-3. Sam Darnold is fucking back, baby.
Yeah,
Back.
damn right he is.
Not
Back
in a
to
good
being
way.
Horrible. At
Yeah,
football.
back to being absolute dog shit.
Bench, dude.
For a former XFL player.
Unbelievable.
16 for 25, 111 yards, 1 interception. Benched for PJ Williams, the XFL star. Just a reminder to everyone, Sam Darnold is the starting quarterback for the Carolina Panthers, and PJ Williams, the XFL star, is the backup. Cam Newton's still a free agent, in case anyone was wondering. Vaccinated, ready to roll, whatever. Just a heads up. Just a heads up. For all you Carolina fans out there, maybe write a letter. Be like, hey, can we have Cam back now? Because, yeah, is Cam going to win you a bunch of football games? No, but he might beat the Giants.
But does Cam want to go back?
No. Especially with Ron not there anymore. Rivera's gone. Pfft, fuck that.
And he got traded.
Who the fuck wants to play for Matt Rule?
Was he a free agent? Did his contract end or did he get traded? I forget. I totally
Contract
forget.
ended. He got cut.
Okay. He got cut from the Panthers?
Yeah, he got released.
Oh.
Yeah. So, no, he does not want to go back.
Yeah, no, he does not want to go back.
He is sitting on his stacks of millions of dollars, enjoying watching them lose to the Giants, something he would probably never do.
Dude, he's got
he might have, because the Giants
kids.
were kind of legit back then at the beginning of his career. But now, like, what the fuck? On the other side of the ball, DJ's kind of gross sometimes.
No, don't say
he has his moments.
Did you see what he did last week? What did he do last week?
Shut the fuck up. Yeah, he has bad. Last week he was still fucking concussed. We talked about that.
I don't know. I guess your choice of words with kind of gross.
Yeah, kind of gross sometimes.
I would say he's a professional.
Where,
and I would say he's a professional quarterback that sometimes does his job. He never does it to a high level. He sometimes does his job. Now, I did watch this game, and he did play really well, actually. So yeah, I do take that back.
He's kind of gross.
He ran the ball really well too. So, but
28 yards, we'll take it.
Yeah,
he 23 for 33, 206 yards, 1 touchdown. I mean, like nothing impressive, but that's really, I mean, it's good.
Dude, I forgot about his catch.
Dude, yeah, that catch was fucking sick.
I had to tweet about it. It was
16-yard reception, and he fucking one-hands it like full mid. I mean, he's 3 inches off the ground because he's Daniel Jones, and I wouldn't call him the best athlete, but he like one hand snags it, pulls it in, doesn't trip. Like, let's go.
Dude. It looked like a combination of the OBJ catch and the helmet catch. It was sick because he reaches back like OBJ
and then like pulls it into
against his helmet. It was awesome.
Yeah, that's sick. Deontay Booker, 14 carries, 51 yards, and a touchdown. Like nothing stellar, but it's a decent day. At least he got in the end zone. The defense was really what stepped up for these guys, which I don't know if it was defense stepping up or the Panthers sucking or a combination of both.
It's got to be both because that is a bad offense without CMC.
Yeah. I mean, the Giants had 6 sacks, 7 tackles for a loss. They forced a safety on a penalty. It was intentional grounding. They had an interception, and they only allowed 173 yards. That's a pretty good day.
That's a great day.
That'll do it. I'd love to see. Let's see. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Probably 12, 13 points in fantasy in a standard league, depending on how much you're scoring for 3 points.
Oh, a defense?
Yeah.
Well, you only allow 3 points, so I think that's still 10 points. Or no, it might go down to like 7. 6 sacks.
So they had like 17.
0.5 apiece. So back to 10.
You're counting sacks as 0.5?
I think so.
I think they're 1 in our league. I think they're 1 in most leagues.
Oh. I don't know. I forget.
So 6 plus the 2 for the safety, 2 for the interception. That puts you back up to 10. And then you factor in probably 7 to 8 points for 3 points given up. It's an 18-point day. That's not a bad day at all. It's one of the better defenses in the league for the day. Absolutely. And if you have a bullshit league that counts yards, it's like, oh, they allow less than 200 yards. They get 5 more points. It's like, dude, you just let a defense win the game. this week. So fuck you.
I don't have that.
No,
Right?
I know you don't. I know you
Okay.
don't. I'm
I didn't
saying
think so.
other fantasy owners, and if you're in one of those fantasy leagues, leave it because it's stupid.
It is stupid.
The
Talk
Jets
about
at Pat. The
defense of the
Jets.
week, though. Got to go to the Pats, right?
No, no, it doesn't. Sadly, we'll get to that.
All
We'll
right.
get there. We'll get there. May or may not be one of my studs.
Is it really?
The Pats beat the Jets 54-13. Absolutely fucking manhandled them. I wanted to be able to say Mac Jones like just bent over the Jets and just went to town, but it's not the case. It's a good game. It's a great game,
It's a great game.
but it's nothing special.
It's a great
Nothing
game.
crazy. It's still the fucking Jets.
Yeah, but you don't got to do all that when, your boy Damian Harris goes off for 102
Yeah.
tutties.
I mean,
So.
yeah. So Mac Jones goes 307 and 2 touchdowns. And a lot of people on TikTok mainly were saying, "Oh, dude, this is Tom Brady all over again." And all he does is the offense marches down the field because all he does is throw nice in anything under 15 yards and just keeps moving and moving and moving, paired with a decent run game. And Damian Harris is stepping the fuck up. Damian Harris has been playing really good football the last couple weeks.
Yes.
He's molding into like a legit like RB2 candidate across the league, probably.
Yeah, I'd say
maybe
mid-range
maybe
RB2.
the best flex in the league. Either an RB2, either a solid RB2, or just the best flex in the league. Depending on, if you're doing 2 receivers or 3 receivers or whatever.
Depending on your team. I mean, I got a pretty badass team, but
good for you, bud.
I am at
so yeah, Damian
place.
Harris, 14 touches, 106 yards, and 2 touchdowns. Let's also mention JJ Taylor because he got in the end zone twice, which I'm sure just fucking ruined Damian Harris on her days. Like this was an easy 4 touchdown game.
People gotta be livid.
This was an easy 4 touchdown game for Damian Harris.
Mm-hmm.
Easy. Because this dude had 9 carries for 28 yards. Like both of his touchdowns had to have been like 3-yard runs, I'm pretty sure.
They were.
And like just give the ball to Damian. Like why the fuck wouldn't you?
But, yeah, I mean that's a sad sight to see with a Damian Harris owner, but yeah. I am a Damian Harris owner, but I didn't care that much.
But New England's defense was also pretty good. 2 sacks, 4 tackles for a loss, 2 interceptions, a fumble recovery, and they allowed 299, 300 yards.
That's a good day.
Yeah, it's a good day.
May not be better than the Giants, but
no, I wouldn't even call it. Yeah, I wouldn't even call it better than the Giants. So the next one, so like we expected that, you know what I mean? We expected the Pats to just manhandle the Jets in some way. I didn't expect it to be 54-13, but I expected them to beat their ass. Texans at Cardinals, this is another one. I think this is the one where we're like, okay, we expected this, whatever, and then we're going to move into the 2 games that were blowouts that we didn't expect to happen.
I don't even need to talk about this game, to be completely honest with you.
Here's the deal. 31-5 Cardinals over the Texans. Rough start for Arizona. They gave up a safety and a field goal in the second, and then just unloaded. 31 unanswered points, 3 touchdowns from Kyler, including 1 to D-Hop, 1 to Christian Kirk, and Zach Ertz's first touchdown as a Cardinal. James Conner picked up a rushing touchdown late in the game, and I just want to say that I jumped off of the I jumped off that train too quick.
I think we both did, dude.
I never at one point was like, oh, they're never going to figure it out and give it to James Conner. I don't think I ever did that. I think there was a lot of weeks where I was like, especially in my position, I had Swift. I have Swift and Chubb as my RB1 and RB2. So like for me, there just wasn't like a need for Conner at the time.
Yeah, so that's true.
And there were other running backs popping off at the time. So like I was trying to fill the role that I needed then. There was never a point where I was like, I'll just sit on James Conner.
He's still getting, pretty much dominated with touches out of the backfield. He's just managing to get in the end zone.
Yeah.
Like Chase Edmonds isn't getting in the end zone.
He's managing to steal the touch. He's managing to steal the touchdown. And then he's also getting pretty good receiving, I think. I think he's usually getting about 3 or 4 catches every day.
Yeah, he is.
Which, I mean, that's an extra 2 points right there.
Yeah, he's definitely. I think he's outperforming Edmonds as far as fantasy points goes.
Yeah,
Could be wrong,
definitely.
but
Definitely. I think it's definite because Chase Edmonds did not have a good week this week. But the Arizona defense, Arizona's defense is good. 2 sacks, 4 tackles
that's
for
good.
a loss, 1 fumble recovery, and 160 yards total allowed. Here's what I'll say. Davis Mills sucks, and Tyrod Taylor might be back this week, if not next week. And I'm excited for it. I've been sitting on Tyrod Taylor on my IR since he went on the IR, and I think he's going to be good when he comes back. I think he was really good when he was healthy. So I think he's always been good.
You
I
need
mean,
that too.
even
You
yeah, even in LA, like yeah, Herbert stepped up and was unreal, but like Tyrod Taylor was good for them until he got hurt and the doctor punctured his lung. Like
Yeah, I would
Tyrod Taylor
say
has never been bad. He's just been like
yeah,
fucked over so many times.
he's a solid guy to have in there while you're figuring things out, and that's what the Texans are doing. So
Yeah. Yeah.
how about
This
this
is
game, dude?
so I put this down as any other week. I would have been calling this the most shocking blowout of like the week. I had the Titans winning, and I think you had the Titans winning.
Oh,
You had the Chiefs winning this.
hmm
You're a fucking idiot. So
apparently, holy fuck, Mahomes,
uh,
you
I
suck.
I had the Titans winning personally, but like I didn't expect it to be like this. Like I expected it to be a pretty tight game. I expected it to be a little similar to last week with the Bills, but
Man,
27-3. This
when's
is
the
the
last?
first game
Yeah,
in Mahomes' career that they have not scored a touchdown.
that's crazy.
Mhm.
Uh,
Mahomes just
sick.
wasn't the normal Mahomes, and it's
Mm.
weird to see. He hasn't been all season. 206 yards, no touchdown, and an interception. I think he has like 8 this year already.
It was a bad interception, I
It
think.
was a bad interception. It was a bad interception. But the Titans just steamrolled, and kind of without Derrick Henry. Not that they didn't have Derrick Henry, they just like didn't get the production they have been getting out of Derrick Henry the last couple of weeks. Like Derrick Henry was
Yeah,
29 carries, 86 yards. Like that's a bad day for Derrick Henry. That's a bad
that's a
day for most running
fuck
backs.
ton of carries though.
It's
Jeez.
a fuck. It's a fuck. Yeah, exactly. Like we always talked about it at the beginning of the year. Like 29 carries. I'm starting that guy because even if he averages 3, he's still looking at
Right.
90 yards. Like he averaged less than 3, and that's still a really good day. It does help that he had a 5-yard touchdown pass, which I think is just contributing to the fact that Ryan Tannehill owners want to kill themselves.
Yeah. And that would be me. Everyone.
They're
That
losing.
would be me.
They're losing it.
No, dude, he had an okay day.
Yeah,
He had an okay day.
that's what I said. That's what I said. I said Tannehill still had an underwhelming, but this was an improvement off of what he'd been doing. 270 yards, a touchdown, interception. It's not bad. It's not great. It's not good, but it's okay. That'll get you by as long as the rest of your team does okay.
Yeah. And he
AJ
punched in
Brown
a little read
carried
option.
AJ Brown carried the load on the receiving though.
About time, bro. I mean,
8 catches,
jeez.
133 yards, and a tutty.
He's been going through it this year, but this is a good bounce back game for
Yeah,
sure.
yeah. Julio fucking depresses me, in case you were wondering.
I could have
Two
told you what was
catches,
going to happen.
2 catches, 38 yards.
He's going to be second fiddle to AJ Brown. I knew that. I
I
knew
know.
that was going to happen.
I know, and I still fucking was stupid and drafted him.
Well,
What
yeah,
do
I
you want me
wouldn't
to do
say
about it?
stupid. I mean,
It was a bad pick. There were other options that are doing better. I mean, I could have taken Jamar at that point, I think.
probably.
So now I'm looking back like a fucking moron. Defense was the main thing here in my eyes. 4 sacks, 4 tackles for a loss, 2 fumble recoveries, and an interception. Like,
That's a good day on
that's a
Mahomes, bro.
great day. Yeah.
That's good stuff.
I mean, let's also be clear that it was 27-0 until they got a field goal in the 4th with 11 minutes left.
Yeah.
Like, this was the Titans game all day.
Unbelievable.
Now, like I said, in any other week, I would have considered Titans and Chiefs to be the most shocking. But this game took the cake. Bengals at Ravens. So we're in Baltimore. We're in Baltimore. And the Bengals beat the Ravens' ass. Mind you, the Ravens are coming off a dominant 34-6 win over the Chargers, who we thought were legit and still are probably.
They are.
but the Bengals just
But
stepped up.
I thought the Ravens were like legit,
I thought they were getting there.
which
But
they
the
are. They are.
Bengals,
But the
Bengals
Bengals
are legit.
1000%.
Bengals are first in the AFC North, I'm pretty sure now.
They are with this win because it
Yeah.
breaks the tiebreaker.
Which I think also puts them as best record in the AFC.
5-2, 5-2. Have the Bills lost twice?
You got any six? Bills might be 6-1. No, they have lost twice. They lost to the Steelers to open up the year, and then you just lost to the Titans last week.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah. So wow. Who would have thought the Bengals would be atop the AFC?
I didn't expect it.
No one did.
It was a good game for a decent amount of time.
Yeah, no, it was.
This was a 4 o'clock. Was this a 4? No, this was a 1 o'clock game. This was
a
the
1
real.
o'clock game.
This was the definition of the witching hour right here. 20-17 with 11 minutes left in the third, and then they just took off. Touchdown to end the third, and then 2 more to ice it in the fourth, unanswered.
We Burrow, dude. Against the Ravens
Burrow,
defense.
Man. Joe Burrow, 416 yards, 3 touchdowns through the air. Did throw a pick, but it still left the Ravens defense getting -1 points. So -1 points. It was fun. I still won this matchup, so I'm glad. Mixon, okay day on the ground.
Yeah. He didn't need to do
carries,
much.
59 yards and a tutty. Touchdown dependent as fuck, but we'll take it. Jamar Chase is disgusting.
Yeah, he's one of my studs.
He doesn't win Offensive Rookie of the Year, and we'll talk about that next week. If he doesn't win it, it's quarterback. It should just be quarterback of the year. It should be rookie quarterback of the year. 8 catches, 201 yards, and a touchdown. He is on pace to beat Randy Moss's receiving yards by a rookie.
Is he?
Oh,
That's exciting. Good stuff,
Yeah.
Jamar.
And he's going to do it because he's getting 200 yards a game because Joey just keeps tossing him up absolute bombs.
And there's an extra game. Yeah, he'll probably do it.
There is an extra game. He'll definitely do it.
Wow.
CJ Uzoma.
Uzoma.
That was so racist tonight. We're even now. I called Washington football team the Redskins, and you're just throwing Uzoma out there all,
Dude, no, you just made it racist. I just said his last name fast.
Probably, man. I just wanted I wanted somebody to be on. I fucked up with the Washington football team. So
who even knows
his
his ethnicity? I
don't know.
See, now you're just judging.
But he had
Prejudice.
3. Look, he's good. He's good at football. Okay.
Yeah.
He had 3 catches, 91 yards, 2 touchdowns. Good day. Let's see.
Good day.
Has Garces picked him up yet?
He likes picking up tight ends, huh? I wouldn't doubt it.
He loves picking up people who do really well one week and then just are silent the rest of the year.
Yeah.
That's his thing.
That's his thing. And he'll probably be watching this too, and he'll text me tomorrow. Be like, dude.
Perrine, the backup to Mixon, had 12 carries for 52 yards and a touchdown, which is kind of depressing to Mixon owners. That the backup's getting 12 touches.
Yeah, I don't know why that is. Is Mixon like banked up at all?
No clue. But it's weird.
Maybe P. Ryan got 6-7 carries, just in straight up garbage time.
I get probably actually. I think one of his touchdowns was in the fourth. So yeah. Probably that.
Yeah,
probably that.
That's what it was.
Yeah. So let's roll into studs and duds real quick. I'm gonna go over mine. We already talked about one of these guys. Damian Harris, stud. 14 carries, 106 yards, 2 touchdowns, 2 catches for 227. Did you type that in?
What?
227?
No, dude, that I did not type that in, but that means he had 2 catches or 2 targets, 2 catches, 7 yards.
Oh, okay. I don't know why I would write targets. I never do. Tampa Bay's defense is my other stud.
Yeah.
They allowed 3 points. They allowed 311 total yards. They had 4 sacks. They had 3 interceptions. And they had 2 fumble recoveries.
I mean, it's one thing to have the
You're
greatest
looking at about
quarterback of all time on your team with like 3 stud receivers, but then it's another thing to have the other side of the ball be just as good. Like that
yeah,
just annoys me a little bit.
like
Mm.
4 points for 4 sacks, 6 points for 3 interceptions. That's 10. 2 fumble recoveries. That's 4 more points. So they're at 14 chilling. And then you factor in 8 points for the fact that they're 3 points allowed.
Yep.
22 points. It's
Big
a good
day.
day. It's a good day in a fantasy league.
That typically
Duds.
wins your matchup. Too,
Yeah, it usually does a trick.
if you're defense.
Duds, Patrick Mahomes and Mike Davis.
I like those
Patrick
duds.
Mahomes, Patrick Mahomes. He just did not do well this week. Mike Davis, though, fucking sucks.
He's bad.
4 carries, 10 yards, no targets out of the backfield, and he's just no longer a fucking viable option at all.
It's
He
gotta
is
be
done. His career is over because Cordero Patterson runs that fucking backfield now.
Yeah, it's got to be somewhat of a mental thing. You see
Something's
Patterson
going
just
on.
go off, and then
Something's got to be going on for you to just let, you're just not doing anything with the ball. And you're only getting 4 chances, dude. Come on. So, yeah.
Brutal.
Let's hear your studs. Let's hear your studs and duds.
Well, I mean, yeah, my studs will be real quick because we already talked about them. I got Dearness Johnson, 22, 146, and 1 on the ground. Just a dominant game. And then Jamar Chase, we just talked about him. He's a big time stud. Big time stud. I only wrote 1 dud down for some reason. I guess I came unprepared, but
you're a bum.
Maybe I'm a dud.
You are a dud.
Anyway, Alex Collins, yeah, he's terrible. He didn't get anything done on the ground. No, let me rephrase. He's not terrible, but that Saints front 7 just absolutely manhandled him. 16 carries for 35 yards, a little over 2 yards per carry.
I'm gonna be honest too. I tried to pick him up for us. In
you still should.
No, well, now I don't need to because was that the league? No, it was a different league. I tried to pick up Alex Collins because I had Chubb out.
Yeah, I mean he's still dominated carries over Rashad Penny, and like he still was the RB1, and I think he will be because I don't think Chris Carson's coming back this year. So,
fair.
But he was
not
a
a
dud
bad pickup.
Week. He was a dud.
I think when Russell gets more involved, it'll be more helpful.
Oh, 1,000%.
When Russell Wilson's back throwing the football, it'll be helpful. Just because like it's just like a lot of different offenses. Like it kind of allows you to be like, okay, now we have to kind of guess whether they're gonna, they could be in a set where they throw out receivers all over the place, and you're thinking, okay, here comes a pass play, and then boom, they run it up the gut, and it's like that's a 12-yard run. Like those kind of plays don't happen anymore because you don't expect Geno Smith to really throw the ball.
That's true. No, I completely agree. But yeah, he's a dud this week. And I don't have another one. Sorry, guys. So.
Yeah, that'll work. I got 2 questions for you.
Okay.
And I'll answer these 2 with you. To finish off the show. How long do the Cardinals stay undefeated?
Ooh.
Their next 5. All right. They got to play Green Bay. No Devontae Adams. They got to go to San Fran, which they don't look great. They got Carolina coming to them. Then they go to Seattle. I think Russ might be back by then. And then they go to Chicago. Where do they lose any of these 5 games in your eyes?
Yeah.
Which one? Which one's the first loss?
Call me crazy, but I think Aaron Rodgers still beats him without Devontae. I just do.
Would agree if it were any other team. If they weren't playing the Arizona Cardinals, I go, yeah. I mean, he's still going to go to Lazard. He's still going to go to Valdez-Scantling. He's still going to go to Cobb. He's still going to go to Tunyon. Like, he still has so many options. Mm-hmm. But I think that he's been using Devontae as a little bit of a crutch lately.
Why wouldn't you?
I think against what's going to be a good defense, a slightly above average defense, and a high-powered offense that's going to put up a shit ton of points against a very bad Green Bay defense, I don't know if Rodgers can keep up is the question. I don't think Rodgers isn't going to be successful this week. It's a question of can he keep up to win the game. That's my thing.
It's tough.
That's my thing.
But if it's not Green Bay, I do think it's Seattle with Russell Wilson.
Yeah, I think if it's going to happen, it's going to be Seattle. But in all honesty, I don't see them losing any of these next 5. But there's all like they could definitely go to San Fran and lose because like teams just don't make it to 12-0.
Yeah, and it's a divisional game, so anything can happen.
The San Fran game's going to be tough. The Seattle game's going to be tough. Like they can definitely there could definitely be a reality where they go 2-3 in these next 5. But
especially if someone goes down, like if Hopkins goes down.
Yeah, I don't expect it, but I mean, I expect them to go 5-0 right here. I think they can, but it'll be interesting to see. On the other end of the spectrum, when does Detroit get win number 1? And here are the options that I've laid out because these are the realistics.
Okay.
They got the Eagles coming to them this upcoming week. Can you guys beat the Eagles at home? Just a yes or no?
No.
Okay. Can you beat the Bears on Thanksgiving Day in week 12 at home?
Yes.
Okay. Can you beat the Vikings at home week 13?
I'm going to say yes because that's another divisional game. So I think anything can happen in a divisional game except Aaron Rodgers. But
yeah. Can you beat the Broncos in Denver week 14?
I want to say yes, but that's just my pride talking. You know what I mean? Like in reality,
I don't know if it is. I don't know if it is. I think the Broncos probably fucking suck.
But
can you beat the Falcons in Atlanta in week 16?
No.
Can you beat the Packers in week 18? And let me finish. There's a very, very likely chance that Aaron Rodgers will not be playing in that game, and you will be seeing Jordan Love.
No, we don't win. Because there's also a really good chance that we don't play anybody either because it might come down to like us or the Texans or the Jags who get the first round pick. And
True. So you're kind of like, it might be a purposeful tank.
Yes.
So you would start all your guys.
I would start Jared Goff first and foremost.
Yeah.
But I would make sure DeAndre Swift does not see the field.
Yeah, DeAndre Swift is done.
Sewell and all
go ahead and take an early break. But so I think your most realistic chance is probably going to be Bears or Vikings. Obviously, I'm going to say Vikings just because I don't think you guys will beat us on Thanksgiving Day. And that's as a Bears fan. But if we're being honest, like you said, it's a division game. I think one of your 2 win. I think one of your first win comes in one of those 2 weeks. If not this week, I could definitely see you guys beating the Eagles. The Eagles find ways to lose football games.
Well, you know who else does, Mike?
You guys have found a way to lose 7. So it's going to be the king of who can lose a football game. It's not who can win. It's who can lose.
But you're right. It is definitely a game where we could win. So
yeah.
I watch it, of course, but
we'll see what happens. Final note before we head out, before we tell you guys to go like and share and subscribe to the YouTube and the Instagram and the Twitter and all that, I'm going to repeat myself. The Braves, the Bravos, are up 1-0 in the World Series.
Who would have thought?
They steal
exciting
game
stuff.
1 at Houston. Bad news, Charlie Morton exited the game after the 3rd inning. Broken right fibula. He is out for the rest of the series. He will not get to start his second game like he was planning on.
Yeah. Damn. Yep. Well, you know what? At least they're up one.
So when are you going? When are you going?
Dude, I don't know. I think he mentioned like game 4. I don't know if that's in Atlanta or not. It's
Game
I
4
know
is in
they.
Atlanta.
Yeah, I think that's what he
So
said.
game 1 and 2 are in Houston. Game 3, 4, 5 are in Atlanta. Games
Yeah.
6 and 7 are back in Houston.
Yeah. So
I mean,
I
you
don't
could.
know. I haven't
You have a
heard from him in a
chance.
while.
You have a chance. You have a chance to see the Braves win the World Series. As of
Yeah.
right now, that chance exists. Will it happen? No, I don't think the Braves will sweep, but
No.
we'll see. I think it goes to 7 personally,
I think so too. In all honesty.
and I think in 7 the Astros probably win. Even though as a baseball fan, I just don't want to fucking see that. But as a Phillies fan, I don't. We'll talk about it on Wednesday. We'll talk some baseball.
You have issues. We get it. You need to figure them out.
I know. I don't know how to
Shove
figure
your
them out.
pride
There is no
aside
way to figure it out.
sometimes.
There's no such thing as pride. It's team pride. Like if it were Bears versus who's a team that just everybody fucking hates.
It is
in
your
the NFL?
pride because you don't want to root for the Braves because they're in the East, and then
Who's a team in the NFL that everybody fucking hates?
I would probably say the Steelers or Cowboys.
So it's Steelers Bears in the Super Bowl. Who are you cheering for? The team that everybody hates or your rival? Oh, look at that. The dilemma has arrived.
No, I mean,
Talk about it on Wednesday.
I'm thinking
We'll talk about it on Wednesday.
All
No,
right.
because this is what I'm thinking about. Because what you're thinking about right now is that dilemma that I'm having.
Well, it's like I
mine's
know
a little
you.
more intense.
I know my best friend's a Bears fan, so I think I would probably root for the Bears. See him happy.
Suck a dick.
All right, guys.
I cheered for him to get to this point. I was here. I told him, I'm happy for you. I'm happy that you're happy. I told Nolan, I'm happy that you're happy. I just hope you don't win the World Series because I can't deal with you talking shit for a year.
Subscribe.
Here's the deal.
Don't
Like,
follow
share, and
Mike on
subscribe.
Instagram.
Don't follow who?
Don't follow Mike on Instagram.
Fuck you. Follow me on Instagram. MF Media Prod. That's MFMEDIAPROD on Instagram and Twitter. MF Media Productions on YouTube. MF Media Productions on Facebook. Follow me on Twitter, Michael Foltz 33. That is Michael spelled normally, FOLTZ 33 on Twitter. Instagram is foltz.michael.jr. Carson?
Mueller Mania 23 is the Twitter handle. MUELLER. Then my Instagram, it's CARRSSONNN. That's Carson.
It's crazy how easy that's become to type now that I keep doing the YouTube descriptions.
Yeah, it kind of like flows.
At this point, it just flows.
Yeah.
Like at first, I was like, this is such a fucking wacky name, but now it just flows.
I like it.
So, yeah.
Haven't changed it ever.
Follow, check us out on Spotify, check us out on YouTube. Keep sharing it, keep liking it up. We appreciate you guys. We will see you on, I guess,
Thursday,
Friday, one of those 2 days.
Something like that.
We got a great interview with Matt Steinbeiser coming up. And we got some big news coverage will come tomorrow. And then we will send it out to you guys Thursday or Friday.
Sounds good.
See you guys then.
Deuces.
Peace.
I'm a OG boy.
Know that they ride or die. I keep boys by my
G boy.
Know that they ride or die. I keep boys by my
OG boy.
Day we hustle, but the night we
OG boy.
Know that they ride or die.
I'm a